We've all seen AI videos, but creating a consistent cinematic movie trailer, that's a different story. Most people struggle with characters changing faces every second, or styles that look completely disjointed. But today, that changes. I'm going to show you the ultimate professional workflow using only Google's most powerful AI tools. We're going from a blank page in Gemini to a full-scale cinematic trailer in Google Vids. We'll use Whisk for pixel-perfect character consistency and Veo 3.1 for state-of-the-art video generation with native audio. No more jumping between 10 different websites. This is the complete Google ecosystem masterclass. Let's build a movie. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're building a full sci-fi movie trailer using only Google AI tools. Here's our workflow. First, we'll use Gemini to generate our movie concept and write the script. Then, we'll create consistent character images using Google's Whisk. Next, we'll transform those images into video clips with Veo 3. And finally, we'll edit everything together in Google Vids. 4 tools, 1 complete workflow. Let's begin. Alright, let's start from the basics. Before we write a script, we need the right movie concept to build a trailer around. I'm opening Gemini, and my first prompt is simple. Generate 5 different concepts for sci-fi movie trailers. For each, provide a catchy title, a 1-sentence logline, and the core visual hook. Make them diverse and visually striking. Gemini will output 5 options. I'll quickly scan them and pick the one I like best. Now let's take the deep silence and develop it further. We need a story and a script. I'm prompting Gemini with act as a professional editor and screenwriter. Expand on the deep silence concept. Write a 60-second movie trailer script. Include voiceover narration, scene descriptions, and suggested text overlays. Build tension throughout and end with a powerful tagline. Gemini outputs a structured trailer script and a shot list. It divided the trailer into 3 acts. Act 1, The Forgotten World. Act 2, The Descent. And Act 3, The Awakening. It also gave us a visual description of 10 scenes, which is perfect for a 1-minute trailer. And check out the visual details. Teal abyss, pale sunlight fading to black, sickly violet hue, spiderweb crack. These specific color and lighting notes will guide us when we create images in Whisk. Finally, at the bottom, Gemini has provided style references. High contrast teal and orange palette, anamorphic lens flares, grainy underwater texture. This is our visual Bible for maintaining consistency. This is why Gemini is so powerful for this workflow. It's not just writing words, it's thinking like a filmmaker, giving us every detail we need to execute the vision. Now we have our complete blueprint. 10 specific visual moments, voiceover narration for each scene, detailed audio and visual cues, and a structure that builds from mystery to terror. Let's bring this underwater sci-fi to life. Now we have our script, but before we jump into Whisk, we need to translate our scenes into precise image generation prompts. I'll ask Gemini to do that with the following prompt. Based on the descriptions of the scenes above, generate detailed and cinematic image prompts that will be used to create a consistent set of visuals for a sci-fi movie trailer. All images must share the same visual style, color grading, lighting, and atmosphere to ensure strong visual coherence. Use a futuristic cinematic sci-fi look with dramatic lighting, high contrast, volumetric light, and a slightly dark, mysterious mood. This is brilliant. Instead of us trying to figure out how to describe each image, Gemini has translated its own script into optimized prompts. This is the power of using AI throughout the entire workflow. Each tool builds on the previous step. Now I'm copying these prompts, and we're ready to move to Whisk. Whisk is Google's experimental image generation tool that gives you unprecedented control over your outputs. Unlike traditional text-to-image generators, Whisk offers 3 powerful ways to control consistency across your images: subject reference, scene reference, and style reference. This is a game changer for our workflow. Subject reference lets us keep the same character or object across different scenes. Scene reference helps us maintain consistent environments and compositions. And style reference ensures the same visual aesthetic throughout, the same color grading, the same lighting mood, the same artistic treatment. This means we can maintain perfect visual consistency across all 10 scenes. But to do this right, we need 2 additional reference images before we start. One style reference image to lock in our underwater cinematic aesthetic, and one subject reference image to control the diving suit's appearance across every scene where it appears. Let's go back to Gemini and ask for those crucial images with the following prompt. Create 2 additional image prompts for reference images. First, a style reference image that captures the overall cinematic aesthetic of deep silence, the underwater atmosphere, teal and orange color palette, lighting quality, and grainy texture. Second, a subject reference image of the Big Daddy diving suit as a neutral character that can be reused across multiple scenes. And Gemini delivers. Perfect. These will be our foundation images. Now we can go back to Whisk and start creating our underwater world. First, let's create our 2 reference images. I'm pasting the style reference prompt and wait for the result. The first image is ready, and this is not what I had in mind. I don't like this image. It's too colorful and looks more like a cartoon than an underwater sci-fi scene. The good news is that we can generate it again. I'll go back to Gemini and ask it to modify the prompt to make the image darker and more mysterious. This is an important note. AI won't always nail it on the first try. Sometimes we have to iterate. Now let's take a look at Gemini's revised prompt. The atmosphere is heavy and brooding, dominated by deep, muted tones of dark blues, shadowed teals, and abyssal blacks with very low saturation. Yes, let's go back to Whisk and try this one. I'm pasting the revised prompt into Whisk and waiting for the image. Now this is it. Look at the difference. The darkness is heavy and overwhelming. The blue tones are darker and colder now. Those deep shadows create a real sense of danger and mystery. This feels like something terrible is hiding in the darkness, just beyond what we can see. This is our visual reference for the entire film. Now let's create the subject reference, the diving suit. But here's a smart move. I'm going to use the style reference image we just created while generating the diver. This way, even our character reference will have that same dark, atmospheric quality. To use the generated image, just drag it to the style reference window. I'm pasting the diving suit prompt, generating, and there we have it, a detailed character study of our Big Daddy diving suit. It has that same dark, atmospheric treatment. The lighting is moody, the colors match our palette, even the background has that underwater haze. Perfect consistency right from the start. Now we're ready to generate all 10 scenes. I'm going to speed through this process, but the approach is the same for each one. Using the prompts Gemini created earlier, I'm generating each scene one by one. Here's the key workflow. I'm using the style reference image for every single scene. This ensures consistent atmosphere, lighting, and color grading throughout. But I'm only using the subject reference, the diving suit, for scenes where the diver actually appears. This gives us environmental consistency without forcing the character into every shot. If an image doesn't look right on the first generation, don't settle, regenerate it. Sometimes you might need to slightly modify the prompt to get the effect you're looking for. This is normal. AI generation has some randomness to it. And there we have it, 10 cinematic images, all visually consistent, all matching our dark atmospheric aesthetic. This is our complete visual library for the trailer. Now comes the really exciting part. Let's make these still images move. Before we start generating video clips in Veo 3, let's do one more smart preparation step. We need motion prompts for each of our 10 scenes. I'm going back to Gemini with this prompt. Based on the 10 scenes from Deep Silence, create detailed motion prompts for Veo 3 video generation. For each scene, describe camera movement, what elements should be animated, the pacing, and mood. And Gemini is creating motion prompts for all 10 scenes. Veo 3 is available through Flow, and it's Google's newest and most advanced video generation model. This cutting-edge technology can create high-quality video clips up to 8 seconds long. And here's the incredible part. It generates them with sound included. That means we're not just getting visuals, we're getting atmospheric audio that matches the scene. Now I'm copying all these motion prompts, and we're ready to animate in Veo 3. The process is straightforward but powerful. For each scene, I'm doing 3 things. First, uploading the corresponding image we generated in Whisk. Second, pasting the motion prompt Gemini created for that specific scene. Third, hitting generate and letting Veo 3 work its magic. And just like with image generation, not every video clip will be perfect on the first try. Sometimes the camera movement isn't quite right, or an element doesn't animate the way you envisioned. That's completely normal. Go back to the motion prompt and adjust it. Maybe scene 7 needs more dramatic camera shake. Add intense camera shake to the prompt and regenerate. This iteration process is part of working with AI. The key is being specific in your prompts and not being afraid to try again. After about 30 to 40 minutes of generation time, including a few regenerations, I have all 11 video clips. Yes, 11. I added one more scene to the final sequence because there was something missing in the original story. Each clip is up to 8 seconds long, with cinematic motion and synchronized atmospheric audio. Now we have all video clips generated. The next step is assembling them into our final trailer. Google actually offers 2 tools for this, Scenebuilder in Google Flow and Google Vids. Let me show you both options and their limitations. Scenebuilder is Google's AI-assisted video assembly tool within the Flow platform. It operates as a non-linear editing interface within Google Flow, designed to organize and synthesize clips generated by the Veo model. Its primary function is the management of the timeline, where users can arrange, trim, and sequence video assets. Scenebuilder has an interesting feature called the Jump To tool. It allows you to generate a new clip that starts exactly where the previous one ended. By analyzing the final frame of your current shot, the AI maintains consistent characters, lighting, and scenery in the next sequence. This can be incredibly useful when you want to generate an additional scene to your story. Another useful tool is the Extend. This feature allows you to increase the duration of an existing clip by adding more seconds to it. You can provide a new prompt to guide the continued action while the AI keeps the characters and environment exactly the same. This is the primary tool for making a short scene longer without losing visual consistency. And that's pretty much it. You can sequence everything together, add additional scenes, and export. There are no transitions, no speed adjustments, or any other effects. I can't even upload an additional voiceover for our trailer. Google Vids is Google's other option. It's slightly more feature-rich than Scenebuilder, but still fairly basic. I'm opening a new project and importing all our video clips. Arranging the clips is intuitive. Drag and drop in the order of our 11-scene structure. Google Vids offers a few transitions, but we're still talking basics. Fades, dissolves, wipes, nothing advanced. Audio layering is straightforward. The Veo 3 clips already have their generated ambient sound, so I'm adding the voiceover track and the music track. Both the Scenebuilder and Google Vids give you option to export the trailer. The clips are sequenced correctly. For a quick assembly, this absolutely works. But let me be honest, if you want professional level control, you'll need a dedicated video editor like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro. Want to slow down that explosion in Scene 8 for dramatic effect? Can't do it in Google Tools. Want to make the underwater scenes even darker and more oppressive? Or trim a clip by just 3 frames for perfect pacing? Only professional editors give you frame-accurate control. Here is a final version of our movie trailer that I edited in DaVinci Resolve.
They called it a dead zone. They said nothing could survive the pressure at this depth. But the scanners were picking up an impossible energy signature. We descended past the point of no return. The silence down here is heavy. Deep in the abyss, the core was alive. We thought it was stable. We were wrong. Some secrets should remain buried.
So there you have it, a complete AI video production workflow using Google Tools, with an honest look at where they excel and where they fall short. Unfortunately, there is a deal breaker I need to mention. Veo 3 adds a watermark to all generated video clips. To remove that watermark, you need Google's highest pricing tier at $250 per month. That's a significant investment. For learning and experimentation, the watermarked clips are fine. But if you're creating professional content for clients, you'll need to consider that when deciding whether this workflow makes sense for your projects. So there you have it, a complete AI video production workflow using Google Tools, with an honest look at where they excel and where they fall short. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm share this with more creators. And if you want more AI workflow tutorials like this, turn on notifications. I'm exploring these tools constantly and sharing everything I learn, including the honest limitations and costs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.